For to top it! Doncaster Rovers have done it!
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I am the CHALL, your Doncaster Rovers fan, and welcome to this DRFC Daily Reports, bringing you the latest news and rumours from Doncaster Rovers Football Club. Today is a special day. Should it have been done years ago? Yes. Am I glad it's finally been done at all? Yes, I am. I'd rather it be done at all than never be done. We've done it. We've announced a head of football operations is coming to the club. Now, deep down, I think this is the first of many major changes at the club. But for this to be the first major change that I think is coming to the club, that I believe will happen to the club over the summer, I couldn't be more excited. Now, before we do get started, make sure you do like the video if you loved it. Comment down below your thoughts and opinions. Subscribe if you're new around here. Click the notification bell so you know when I shoot a video. And for now, guys, let's have a look at the details in the club statement about what this role entails, what will happen, and the details about the appointment of this new head of football operations. Let's go. So the club's official statement reads as follows. Doncaster Rovers can confirm the creation of the position of head of football operations at the club, with the recruitment process expected to be concluded by next week. Following a comprehensive review of the club's football operation, it has been determined that a change to the structure is required in order to re-establish and develop a strong culture and identity that will remain in place in the long term. The creation of the role has been designed to ensure Rovers are as well prepared as possible for each season and every individual game, in order to bring successes on the pitch. It will be the head of football's operations job to create the football identity of the club, and therefore will oversee areas of player recruitment, medical and conditioning departments, analysis, and setting the culture and standards under which the coaching staff will work from academy through to first team. The Chief Executive, Gavin Baldwin, said as follows: "We have been working in recent months to ensure a structure is created when the football operations can match that of our growing business and commercial achievements. We believe that by creating this position and getting the right person in place, that we give ourselves the best chance of being successful and having a real link between the board and first team management." Now I'm going to share my thoughts on exactly what this means for the club. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. That is the news. A head of football operations is coming to Doncaster Rovers Football Club. They'll be officially starting once they're announced. And like I said, the recruitment of the position will be concluded next week. And I mean, whether we announce it before the end of the season or at the end of the season is anyone's guess. But there we go. Now, first of all, my thoughts. First of all, long time coming. Definitely a long time coming. This is our first director of football of some kind under Baldwin Blunt's sort of era / regime. The last director of football of some kind was Brian Flynn back in 2013 under the John Ryan era. So this, for me, feels like a complete turning of the page for the Baldwin Blunt era. I think it's been 8 years of stability, but not a lot of progression on the pitch. You know, some of it's down to them, some of it's down to the players, some of it's down to the managers, but overall it's not been an era of progression. It's been an era of stability and focusing too much on stability that sent us backwards sometimes. So for me, I think this is a long time coming. This is going to be the first director of football of some kind under this regime, so we'll see how well they cope. Like I said, long time coming. I think it's a role that would definitely benefit the club moving forward. And I think that, like I say, I think it was needed. It was absolutely needed to change the football structure. My biggest time for change sort of opinion was a change to the football structure, and that's exactly what we're doing. And this hopefully is the beginning. So really, really excited. Obviously, in terms of who he could be, there's many different options you could go for. You could go for ex-players, you can go for ex-managers, you can go for people that have done this role before. There are two dream options for me. I say dream options, whether they're realistic or not, comment down below, but these are two dream options that I've got. Both of them haven't got a club, so they're not, we don't have to pay a compensation fee or anything like that. One of them is David Webb. Now, he used to be Huddersfield's technical director, used to be at Östersund, used to be at Spurs as well, works with Poch. And I think that David Webb's an option that I would go for. Another one is Steve Walsh. Steve Walsh, also out of contract, was Everton's technical director a few years back. And again, I think he could be someone that has a lot of pedigree, a lot of contacts with him, etc. Because when you've got a head of football operations, you need someone who's got a lot of pedigree. You need someone with decent football connections to sell Doncaster Rovers to them, to bring in people that want to play for this club, that's got a lot of pedigree about them as players, rather than just the people bringing in the players. And obviously with the head of football operations, let's go through, shall we? Let me just go through again the different jobs that the head of football operations will be tasked in doing, shall we say? Because obviously the head of football operations is tasked with a lot of jobs. So basically, they'll oversee areas of player recruitment, so that should hopefully give Graham Younger a bit more help. Medical, that's been a big thing because medical's been awful. Whether it's down to luck, the other pitch, or just our medical staff not being good enough, whatever the reasons, it's just not been good enough. So that'll hopefully help the medical department. Conditioning departments as well. Analysis, definitely. And setting the culture and standards under which the coaching staff will work from academy through to first team. That to me suggests pathway. Academy to first team, pathway. That says to me working something that will feed into it. So for me, I would say that this role, this appointment has to be the best appointment, better than any player recruitment, better than any managerial appointment that we've made in the last 8-9 years. This is going to be the best appointment we've made in any role in around a decade. It's got to be the best appointment. Grant McCann brought a little bit of success as manager, but eventually he left. Darren Moore brought a little spell of hope, but he left. In terms of long term, this is going to be the best appointment since Sean O'Driscoll. People might say I'm wrong, and there's been appointments after O'Driscoll that have been just as good. But in my opinion, long term, yes, O'Driscoll's era didn't end on a high as manager, but this is going to be the best kind of appointment at the club in its history since Sean O'Driscoll was first appointed, because that for me was long term. That for me was a long term appointment, and we knew what we were doing. We were playing carpet football, we were playing beautiful football, we were being referenced to Barcelona and Arsenal back in the day, and we had a squad that were decent. And then it sort of fell away and sort of, you know the rest. So this is going to be the best appointment the club's ever made in a decade. And that's up to Baldwin, that's up to Blunt, that's up to Bramall, up to everyone in charge of making this appointment. It's got to be someone who's got a lot of pedigree, someone with a lot of contacts, someone with a lot of knowledge about football, whether they're ex-player, ex-manager, ex-sporting director somewhere else. Whether we go for someone who's not got a club at the moment or someone who's in a job at the moment should be interesting to see. Should be interesting to see if any papers or any transfer sources are going to link people to the job over these next few weeks. Should be interesting. Usually we get links when links to the job, like with managers, etc. Usually we get those links after the process is over. And the process will be concluded next week. So we should be starting. So if anyone's got links, they should start be coming out in the next week or so. So yeah, I think it's going to be a very interesting scenario, going to be a very interesting situation. And if they pull off a great coup in terms of the appointment, if they pull off a massive coup for the club, fair play to them. It was worth the wait. But yeah, it's going to be a better football structure starting this summer, and hopefully this is the beginning. So, thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe. And for now, I am the CHALL. Please like, comment, subscribe. Goodbye.
For top.